Hey guys, and welcome to the Mysteries of Selindor episode. I'm just gonna take a guess here. Number
I'm think
24.
yes, I think right.
Yeah, 24.
Look at that, I'm a god. If you're just joining us for the first time, sorry. I don't plan on doing anything fun today. Uh, no, we're gonna have a little bit of a continuation where we left off last week. The team has been doing a whole lot of shopping and wandering around. It's been just the best. So if you're not into that, leave now or forever hold your peace. Is this like the worst intro I've ever done?
You always discourage people from watching, which is kind of the opposite
what's wrong with
intent of streaming.
Don't watch us. Don't do it.
We don't want you here.
Reverse psychology at its best.
That's right. You better stick around. Wait, now that we're doing reverse psychology, leave. I don't know what to do, guys. It's hurting my things. I may be a little distracted. I'm currently making a map.
I'll be right back.
Like you do.
I currently am a map.
Yeah, I'm making a map because they're like, we want to do things. And I'm like, ugh, fine.
I promise we're not gonna get there's other stuff we can do that will fill the session. If we need to. It's fine.
We can all go take a turn catching pigs. It's fine.
Yeah, we could catch pigs.
Catch pigs. They're gonna get mad at you guys if you get too good at catching pigs. I'll tell you what.
We're just gonna have the pig army.
All right, now I finished making that map. We're good. All right, anyways. So last week the team was exploring this new grand expanse of a city, country area. It's huge. It's called Selindor, this mysterious place in the middle of the Lurkwood, or maybe not. Who knows? That they had a really hard time getting to through much turmoil and not much choice of their own. Upon arriving, they spent some money on these little badges that get them around the city like small passports. Some of them bought the cheaper ones, some of them bought the really, really nice ones. But all of them have this and are able to get into this section that they're currently residing in, known as Twilight Town. They spent some time at a local pub called the Hidden Boar Boarding House, where they had some good food, some good drinks, some bad entertainment, and our good friend Grim caught a pig in a muddy pit.
I did. His name is Ernie.
And he's keeping both Ernie and his zombie in his room. Otherwise, they did a little bit of shopping, some crafting that we're not really sure what the results or what they're making are. They received a message from both Cleary and from Caliendo. Cleary said that the University of Phoenix wanted to observe at least, if not offer to purchase the statues that they found. And that was sort of why they gave the amount of money that they did for that use. So they have an appointment to do that sometime within the next week. And then Cal said that Lady Hyacinth wanted them to, if they were interested in continuing to do business with her, or get to see her or know her in any way, shape, or form, she recommends that they join the Twilight Reserve. But also promised them, as a reward for the work that they did, one free resurrection via the use of the artifact.
As long as we bring salt.
As long as they bring salt, which means she's going to let you use this artifact in case somebody dies, which is real nice. It's not as nice as just keeping the artifact.
But we need 200 pounds of salt.
200 pounds of salt, which is about 10 gold.
There'll be plenty of salt.
Well, we can fill up our new bag with salt.
That's right. You can fill up your new bag of salt if that's what you want to do.
Is there a salt mine? Can we just...
Who knows, man?
Spend the day down on these salt quarries.
Anyways, so that's where we are. I think last time we left you guys... I have no idea what the last thing we did was.
It was kind of conversation wrapped up, and then I caught the end of the VOD when I was editing it for YouTube.
Messenger gave you guys the letter.
We got the letter. Basically, you said that we went back to the the tavern, and there was conversation and meals and stuff, and then it was unclear whether we actually went to bed and we just want to wake up and start the next day, or if there's okay.
Yeah, you guys are waking up on the next day. Abso-fucking-tootly.
Woo!
This is the best DMing you guys will ever see in the entire
Hey,
Okay.
I will refresh my zombies
Animate
bell.
Cool.
Yeah.
Before I spoke, Simienne, did you finish watching what you were watching earlier?
Yes.
So as long as we don't roll a D8, right?
Yes.
Oof. Which is whoa. That was
We're fine.
That
damn.
led to a whole
Anybody who
domino
watches
effect.
Critical Role, holy shit, man! Talk about clusterfucks.
Well,
What do you guys want to do? I assume like that Oren's heading off to do some projects. I know there were things he wanted to talk about doing. I'm going to say that
sleeping.
Bropsy is going check on Azorus.
okay.
She's going to go spend some time with her guard dragon baby. And that's what she's up to
Forever.
for the foreseeable future.
Seti gets dressed, and the vibe of this place has finally kind of sunk in. She's not going to fight it anymore. Just casual adventure wear, no trying to be fancy and having a normal life. So she'll go down to the tavern for breakfast. I assume
Okay.
the usual people are about.
Yeah, you get down there and you have a nice vegetarian breakfast waiting for you.
So when they bring my meal or whatever, or I'll just eat at the bar and I can talk to the barkeep or whatever, right? Like, how busy is it?
It's pretty bare this morning. Like they're more of a night scene when it comes to people. I mean, there's some people at various booths that are they're getting food and such, but you know,
Oren will join you for breakfast.
no, but it's not like packed. Nobody's drinking yet. It's like
Okay. Yeah,
7 a.m.
I just want to when they bring me my food, just like so sorry, you know, we're new in town, and I wondered what's the deal with the Twilight Reserve?
Oh God, what's her name?
Mitnir's gonna walk up behind you as you join this. He's, by the way, wearing the exact same
I'm
sword that
scrolling.
he's always wearing.
And I'm looking.
Zip. Look, it's got. I feel like it has an X in it. And
No,
an F.
there's Hicks and Strigg. I'm talking about
Trig.
talking about the dwarf.
Griselda or something? It was like that was my character
Yeah.
in that Harry Potter RPG we never played. Grimelda?
It is something.
I don't know. It was
Grimhilda?
Geraldine. I don't know. It's
Yeah,
a G name.
we'll go with Grimhilda.
She has
Grimhilda?
a new name every day.
I know that it's not burn.
I just want to get a little name generator for her now.
It does have a different name.
Grishilda. Sure, whatever, doesn't matter. She's sitting behind the bar with her very stout, very boar-like appearance. And she's like, what did you ask her again? She's going,
What's the deal with the Twilight Reserve? Like, is that I don't know. What's the scuttlebutt on it?
I don't think it has any scuttling butts.
Well, you know, like, what do people say about it? What's the general attitude?
I'm usually not one for talking. But, no, it's fine. They serve under the house luminaries.
Was that it?
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
I look around for the other two people that work here.
Maybe the shiny monk could ask her. Maybe if he asks her, we get more out of her.
What, are you saying I'm not charming enough?
No, I'm just saying maybe Oren should ask.
Do you think she likes it?
What do you want for breakfast?
she says to the other two. If she's there.
Eggs,
Grim does
bacon.
not need anything. You get Grim water.
I'll get it there for you.
I'll
Grim
take the
needs
sausage,
water.
please.
You'll take what?
Sausage.
Sausage.
Pig
You
feed
get like
for
1.5
Ernie.
sausages. She brings you an extra half.
Ooh, bonus
Ernie-
sausage.
Ernie needs pig
In case
food.
you're hungry, I'd like you a little bit extra.
Very thoughtful of you. I'll
Yeah.
slide her, I don't know, 2 silver?
Oh,
Is it
wow.
Hey, Oren,
I
ask her about the Twilight Reserve.
really spit it. But I guess, so what?
Awesome.
Imagine.
All right, well, you guys have a good breakfast.
Sorry, what, Seti?
Oren, you're supposed to ask her about the Twilight Reserve. Clearly she likes you. Maybe she has more information that she would rather give you than me.
Right, this is the same reason we have Cleary talk to Seti.
Right. Maybe that's
Does
something
Seti?
I should do.
I feel like
you know.
it should go the other. That's why you have me talk to Cleary.
That
I don't
Other
like
way,
Cleary. I just
One
want...
of you is talking to one of you. It does not matter.
It sounds more like a one-on-one conversation rather than ask her in front of all of you.
Why would
Oh, I
that be
see.
problem? I don't understand.
Okay. Right.
As you guys,
Wait, are
Say
you
no
taking
more.
her on a date?
No. But
He needs
she
his
might be
privacy to
nervous in
work
front of
his
all of you.
charms. Right.
as you guys are eating your breakfast and having this conversation, you watch as what looks like a very hungover Hicks walks out from behind a flap behind the bar and just goes, "Good morning, all of you."
Good morning.
Oh.
How are you today?
Pours himself some coffee. Same as every morning.
Hmm.
Puts it in, cracks a wad, and I get. He just
You know, I was wondering if you could, well, you know, we're all new in town and we don't know all the power structures here or
power structures.
the local gossip or anything. I was
Oh, I
wondering
mean,
if,
it's not much really. I mean, we've got the
well, I was wondering
Yep.
specifically about the Twilight Reserve. What kind of things people say about it, what the general attitude is.
I mean, they pretty much just work for the Lunaris, House Lunaris. I mean, we don't really know much what the business is up to. They do
Is
some
it all-
delving, they do espionage work. Mostly they deal with stuff involving some of the other factions, some of the other districts within the Nexium. Sort of like an outreach group that's used to
Diplomacy?
deal with the power balance between the 4 districts. That's the way I see it. I mean, it could
But
be
it's
different.
all kind of hush hush.
Yeah, they don't really talk about it to non-members. I mean, they're not going around patrolling the streets. They don't have much of a reputation, so much as they have. We know they work for House Sonaris.
Do any of the other ones have a reputation?
You mean here in Twilight Town? Sure.
But just
yeah.
in general, that you're like, yeah, stay clear of them because they're assholes.
I mean,
you know.
depends on what you're into. There's no reason to steer clear of anyone around Selindor. For the most part, I mean, there's the Black and Delvers. If you want to actually go into anywhere, they love hiring cartographers. If you're a cartographer, great work. Porters are very commonly hired there. Miners, they specifically like people, dwarves, really. I think Griselda worked there for a while. Yeah, I worked there at the Black and Devil. Yeah, she worked there.
What are they doing? Are they digging?
They're
under the
basically
ground?
they're a delving company. They hire out individuals to take them into like protection and whatnot. Sometimes they have their own adventuring crews, but they really only send them to new ruins, I think. New arrivaling sectors.
So this delving, it happens in the ruins around Selindor, like down below that we've heard about?
Mostly in the Howling Divide. There's other events that happen. Sorry, this hangover. There's other events that happen in like sometimes the outer wood around town, the wildlands, all that. Realistically, done too much adventuring myself. I run a bar. So there's also Steelwind in Twilight Town, and they're more of like your mercenary group. They do like pickup jobs and mostly deal with bounties around the Nexium. So
Oh, they
if
like.
you're a bounty hunter or something of that, Steelwind is a conglomeration of that. They don't do a whole lot of actual adventuring so much as they do with dealing with riffraff around town.
So is it like official bounties, like people who maybe skip the
Sure,
bail,
okay.
or is it just like?
I think you can hire them to find someone like an investigator of sorts. I know they can be hired for settling disputes between certain things. I would say there's a small reputation that they carry out a few assassinations. But mostly they just handle disputes with brute force, not so much the nitty-gritty of taking people out. But, you know, if the pay is enough, you can pretty much get them to do anything around town. Anyways, that's all the big guilds in Twilight Reserve. I'm sure you can find small adventuring companies, the like, here or there, but...
But thank you. I appreciate the information and help us get settled in and know what we're the landscape we're looking at here. Breakfast was so good today.
Oh,
Amazing.
yeah. It's, I'm sure it's great.
I'm sorry, you probably have a headache. I'll be quiet.
My eye is just throbbing, you know? You get like a little migraine in that eyeball.
The best way to fix that is just to headbutt something.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't.
let's give it a shot.
I don't.
No, that didn't help at all. Actually, it hurt quite a bit. You're not a very good person for information.
I mean,
Well,
he's-
your technique.
No, don't teach him how to headbutt or anything.
Why? It's useful.
Well, sure, if you're out fighting and you're, you know, made of dragon
Oh.
scales.
Akita's in.
Oh, hello.
And a wild Bropsy appears.
I can fix this somehow. There it is. All right.
Burb is back.
Did you fix it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm working on it. We're good.
Okay.
Carry on.
Well, currently Bropsy, by the way, is, I said, visiting Azurus.
Ah, okay, good.
Alright. So, well, if you have any other questions, ask Strig when she wakes up, or talk to Griselda, because I'm going to go vomit. Well,
All right, have a good vomit.
yep. And he sort of just like saunters off into the back.
So now that I have most of you here, I sort of become friends with the blacksmith, and he wants to do a collaborative work.
Oh, that's
So-
nice.
I need to come up with something that we can make for like the group or something.
Something.
I had one idea, but I don't know if it'll be useful.
I mean, what kind of? I mean, like armor or weapon, or I don't.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of stuff do blacksmiths make, because I just bought some armor.
Well, they make armor and weapons usually.
I don't know. Like who needs something?
I don't know. I think we all have stuff, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, I
My
bought
one
the.
thought was maybe making some armor for Azurus. If the guard drake is going to stick around.
I mean, do we want to take Azorus with us on the things that we do, or
Build some armor for Ernie.
Yes.
we really should figure out
Okay.
a situation for our companions that we have acquired.
I
That,
mean, we did kind of kill its family and sort of adopted it. We can't just send it on its way.
well, I think it's up to Azorus what he wants to do. I don't. I don't know. It's just if we take it into battle and it dies, I'll feel really bad.
I don't know. I mean, its previous owner took it into battle.
Well, its previous owner was kind of a bitch.
That's true.
It also was at home. It was defending its home.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't attacking them; they attacked us. So, is that really defending their home?
Was
Well,
it
I think they
our
knew
hou-
we were going to attack.
Did we walk
because-
onto their yard?
Hey, we just asked for the cauldron. She started the combat.
Actually, Cal did.
This is true. He did pull out his daggers. Wait, who was that voice?
That was a pigeon that just flew overhead. Was Cal?
Point being, I don't know that.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
just
think we
saying,
should
that's
take
the
it into
only
battle
idea
and-
I had of making something for
I
somebody.
mean, I wanted to buy an adamantine breastplate, and I wound up buying a mithril one instead because they didn't have adamantine, and I didn't want to wait. But I mean, if you're making something anyway and you need ideas and nobody else has an idea, I wouldn't mind an adamantine breastplate. I can pay and exchange things for it.
You don't take Grimm's adamantine breastplate, alright? He's already making me one.
Yeah. Oh, was it that I wanted that, or did I want mithril?
Didn't you already buy one?
I bought the mithril breastplate, but I know that what I bought was a compromise. I either wanted adamantine breastplate instead, or maybe it was mithril half-plate.
Yes,
I'll have
mithril
to-
half plate he could make, but it'd be very expensive.
Yeah.
But you bought mithril breastplate.
Hang on, let me look up mithril half-plate.
You have a book of all these things?
In my mind, I'm thinking about it.
Pulls out the brochure.
When she thinks, she looks up. So she let me look up.
I'm
You have
literally
one of those-
looking up.
She has an adventurer's guide for beginners in her pack.
She has one of those Eagleman guides, one of those catalogs.
Oh no, okay, so I did want the mithril half-plate. That is what I wanted.
I mean, you got
No, I
the
mean,
top half.
Surely some. Well, I have a mithril breastplate. Yes, I would like half plate. That would put my armor class to 20. I need to get into a fight and try all this new shit out. Damn. I mean, surely somebody needs a new weapon or something. I know. Well, two of us use sticks, so.
He could make you a metal stick.
Put spikes on the stick.
I would assume at this point, Bropsy wanders in, and she's got a little bit of like hay in her feathers. Bropsy, I imagined that
Accurate.
that she was making like a bedding nest for Azurus, so that she wasn't sleeping in sadness.
Feathers are all ruffled.
So yeah, Bropsy comes in, ruffled and covered in hay.
You have fun out there, Propsy?
Uh-huh. What's going on over here?
Well, we're just trying to come up with something that me and the blacksmith can make for the group.
Oh. Sounds fun.
I thought maybe some armor for Azurus, if Azurus was going to be hanging with us.
Perhaps his eyes go wide. She's into it.
How is our little dragon friend out there today?
Azurus was a she, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty sure.
Physically, no.
Oh.
Identifyingly, yes.
Oh. Huh. I don't know how did it go?
Does Azurus want to stay with us and like adventure with us and stuff, or?
I mean, that didn't really come up in the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm
Propsy,
asking.
Azurus was just kind of there, hanging out. They said that they liked the meat here.
Mm-hmm.
Things seem pretty cool. It's a nice,
Mhm.
warm sleeping situation. Thanks for the nest.
Yeah,
Maybe an animal handling check, actually, and we'll see how
I don't. Okay.
we're feeling.
We're rolling in D&D Beyond now because they have a thing where you can see everybody's rolls.
So you just click on
Um,
that item in D&D Beyond. I guess I should bring
okay.
up the campaign so I can see these.
Oh yeah, you have to have a character in the campaign, huh?
Oh, I have a character. in the campaign.
How do I do this in D&D? I don't know.
Just click on it.
Click on the number.
I'll just
Um,
pull up Cleary.
where do I click?
Where it says bonus, the plus whatever, just click that.
And
Anything with a
Well-
little rectangle around it in D&D Beyond is a clickable thing.
Well,
27.
Look at that.
I rolled a net 20.
After all the time that you spent there this morning, and
Mhm.
I assume you probably checked in last night as well.
Mhm.
She's really happy with her current situation. She seems to have attached to you quite a bit. And I wouldn't say that she's completely loyal yet, but she definitely likes you. So we'll just leave it at that for your natural 20, as opposed to her state of weariness but acceptance that she was at before.
Mhm. Okay. Well, I don't know if she has any long-term plans, but she seems happy with us for now. I'm happy with her around.
Well, we should find out what she wants to do before we, go making armor that she might not even use if she doesn't want to go fight with us.
Mhm. We can talk to her.
I was going to propose that today we take care of this statue situation so that we can just get it out of the way, get it over with. I believe we all sort of, well, the consensus was not to sell either statue. Last we talked about it, unless somebody has had a change of heart, that would.
Well, not to sell it at this time.
Sure. I still think we could get rid of the Mephit one and have a lot of money, but if I've been outvoted, that's fine.
Question. Grim, is Ernie at the table with you? Is your zombie there?
No,
What's
the
up?
zombie is in the room. Ernie is there. I asked for food for Ernie.
Oh, yeah, they bring Ernie some
Ernie
food.
needs to get big and strong.
They give him some feed that they feed the other pigs. And she's like, "It's good to see that you're keeping good care of the pigs. Very nice."
It's my piggy. Must take care of my little baby.
Yeah,
Maybe
I take
Grim
care
will
of
use
the
him.
pigs a lot myself. So,
Grim might use him to find really good mushrooms.
yeah.
Yes, eat up, Ernie, and I'll pat him on the head.
Yeah. I was just curious where Ernie was.
No, yeah, Ernie is always with Grim.
If we
We
keep the
leave
method,
zombie in the room.
It's his new little handbag pet.
He's my little lap pig.
I think we also need to think about income. Obviously, staying here and eating here and boarding our companions here is going to get expensive, probably fairly quick. So maybe, like, if we joined one of these guilds, they would have like housing that we could stay in or something. Maybe we should do that sooner as opposed to later. I know we pay that through the week, but long
those
term,
things
we
done.
might want to think about what we're actually, doing.
Yes, but Grim said, remember, that Grim does not want to join the cult.
Well, there's cults and then there's, guilds.
So long as it's not a cult, Grim would kill things for them, that's fine, but, as soon as they ask Grim to do weird things, I don't know.
Well, cult involves like religion, and I don't.
As if Grim doesn't do weird things.
I mean, Grim, you animate the dead. What do you consider weird?
yeah, we'll have to have a discussion about boundaries.
That is just recycling. You don't want to waste it. Otherwise, you just sit there dead.
Well, but she, you know, when people die and you bury them, they fertilize the soil and then things grow. So that's also
Yes, it was-
also recycling.
Yes, but there was nothing growing there. It was just
Swamp.
a place, a swamp place. It's okay. Grim
There
will
were
put her in
trees-
the ground when he is done with her.
There were trees that tried to eat us growing there.
Actually, around her place, you'll remember there was a vegetable garden and some.
But not like in where we
flower
were
gardens.
fighting, right?
Where you were fighting her, yes, that on her grounds.
Well, it's
It's-
just flowers.
It's
Flowers
all
don't
been
feed
trampled
you.
by Buddy by now, I'm sure. So
Flowers do not feed you. They are useless.
Said there were vegetables too. There's a vegetable garden.
The vegetables are fine. The flowers are useless.
But anyways,
I
um,
forget this.
Mm-hmm.
no, that's fine.
what? Boy, this is maybe too big a conversation for so early in the morning. But Mitnir and I kind of talked about it a little bit a few days ago. But what does everybody want to do? What is everybody's goals? Like longer term, what do we collectively or individually or both hope to, I don't know, accomplish?
Grim will stay on this side of the dirt. That is Grim's plan.
You want to stay alive. That's
To
it.
stay on this.
See?
No, yeah, to stay alive, and then Grim will learn more about mushrooms.
You want to
And-
stay alive and learn more about mushrooms and
Yes. What else does Grim need to want?
I mean, do you want to see the world? Do you want to go to some specific place? Is there somebody you want to meet, or do you want to fall in love and have an epic story that the bards sing of 200 years from now? Do you want to fight a
No, I
great
want to-
evil?
Want to make Ernie a big pig?
And find mushrooms.
Mushrooms and maybe feed Ernie some of the mushrooms and then not to die. He sounds good.
Well, that sounds, I mean, it sounds very nice, you know? It sounds like that's fairly simple and you can do it anywhere, so you are not hard to please, are you? That is a virtue.
Ernie finishes eating and climbs up into Grim's lap.
They would just start rubbing his belly, scratching his little burger.
He is kind of cute. Can't believe you guys eat pigs. You're monsters.
Grim eats berries.
As I'm shoving sausage in my mouth. What? Don't look at me.
I mean, I don't eat just pigs. It's not like I specifically eat them.
I mean, I understand that there's a circle of life and stuff, but I don't eat pigs. And I don't get it. They're so cute.
And
I would.
tasty.
I get that close to Ernie and I'm like, I would never eat you, Ernie.
I would only eat Ernie in case of emergency.
You will not eat Ernie at all. It is very simple.
Yeah, like, would you eat Grim in case of emergency? Like, or would you eat any of?
Wait.
I don't know. I mean, just where is the line? The line is arbitrary.
I'll just say this. There's always something bigger out there that will eat the smaller things.
Right. Buddy would have eaten us.
Oh yeah, I
But he
keep
tried
thinking
to eat
about
Propsy.
Maybe.
It is
But
much
ideally,
bigger.
no, I would not eat you guys. Hopefully, I would.
Mo-
I think-
moral quandaries aside, I think that would make you sick.
Didn't a big
Eating
fish
Grim would
try to
make you
eat
sick.
Mitnir?
What
Yeah.
Grim would do? What?
We're talking
What
about
would Grim do?
cannibalism.
It's not cannibalism. None of you are dragonborn.
Well,
They're
humanoid. We're all humanoid.
you can get sick from eating another humanoid.
There's another
especially if
guy
that
eating food
humanoid
at the
has
bar who
things
just
contagious.
stands up with his plate and turns and walks away. To a different
It's very simple. If you just eat very little, you do not destroy the planet.
This is probably not a good breakfast conversation.
Said he just showed
You
off.
have to
the
eat that
problem with
much.
it.
You are doing it wrong. You eat one berry a day. You drink some water. That's all you need.
Well,
You must
okay.
be hungry all the time.
No, I mean, you've had the berries. They fill you up. They're very
They
good.
don't fill you up. They give you the energy, but they don't fill you up.
Well, there's cravings, and then there's actual hunger. They're two
Well,
different things.
Dragon Man, if you consider the environmental impact you are having and the amount of resources it takes to make the food that you eat, make you lose your mind.
You know what, Grim? You're absolutely right. And even me, I'm having this omelet with mushrooms and spinach and stuff. I could just be having a magic berry.
That's what is Grim saying. Grim will have to, but you know, you do whatever you want. Grim will eat the berries.
Well, I
You
think
do.
maybe I will cut down, and if you have extra berries, I'll just have a berry with you in the morning, and then maybe every now and then as like a treat, something like that crepe was really good, or that carrot cake. Oh my god, I would love to go back for some of that stuff. But you have a
Probably
good point.
hit those up on the way to the academy.
Hey, is it wasting resources if people make a living off of growing food like that?
Well, part of this is the resources, my money that I'm spending on this meal that I will quickly run out of if I keep eating like this.
Well, think of like if you build a
breakfast
house.
is included with the night's rest, by the way.
Yeah.
Think of
The
if
breakfast
you, if you,
is right, but yeah, not the dinners.
if you
Not the
build a
dinners.
house, you have to cut down the tree. When you could just sleep on the dirt. It's much easier.
Not as comfortable though.
Maybe you just very soft.
Not as safe.
Need to get stronger.
See, we live
What if
in
you have kids?
So you cover yourself in dirt, you cover the kids in dirt. Very safe.
That's
And then when something digs up from the dirt and eats you, yes, very safe.
Circle of
Then
life.
you don't dig yourself in a hole where there is things that dig out of the ground to eat you. Just be smart.
But there's
You don't know where things will come out of the ground to eat you.
I think we are all from very different cultures in this regard. And
I'm from a temple.
So everybody finished eating about an hour ago as this conversation rages in
Sure.
the morning.
Grim will not judge you for your lifestyle. I am just saying it is not very efficient.
Grim, I think you're making some good points, and they're very interesting. You've certainly opened my eyes a bit, and you know where
Ernie
I'm,
has been nodding along with Graham every time he talks, just like.
where I'm from. We live in sort of symbiotically with the forest, right? We have our houses around and in the trees and in the ground through caves and stuff, but not without comfort, right? We still have mattresses and dressers and windows that look out on the beach below, and it's beautiful, but it's very different from what you see here, where there's there's a big tree and there's some nature and stuff, but it's not like the essence of the city.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is all well and good. Grim is don't worry. Grim will just eat his berry. You do what you want.
But tomorrow I will join you for berry, if you
Okay,
don't mind.
Grim always has a handful. Sometimes, don't tell anybody, but sometimes Grim will eat 2 berries.
You naughty. But no, I mean,
Size of the poop after 2 of those.
sorry, we got sidetracked and there was a levy conversation. But I want to hear from all of you about what you actually want and what I mean.
Well, I don't exactly know. My father kind of sent me out to fight an evil that's coming. I don't know what it is yet.
Is it the god monster?
I don't know.
You
Although
don't.
last time I saw him, the goat monster was hurting my father.
Yeah, is there like? I mean, should we follow up on that? Is there? I mean, can we get?
I don't know how to contact him. He just contacts me.
It's only been a few days, really. So, do you
Yeah.
always hear from him every night, or?
No, not every night.
Okay. Well, hopefully he will get back to you soon and let you know that he's okay.
I feel like he's pretty powerful.
So
Just
So-
fine.
you're supposed to
Do
go.
you? Grim just wants to know. Do you see your glowy father here now?
Of course not. That would be silly.
Okay.
He's only in dreams.
Oh, in dreams. Yes. Well, very good.
Wait, isn't that normal? Don't you talk to people in your dreams?
I don't talk to any. I don't. Grim doesn't have very many dreams.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay,
Who would I
so
talk to in my sleep?
before we get sidetracked again, talking about the dreams, you were sent out to fight an evil, but you don't know what the evil is, you don't know where it is, and you don't know where you're supposed to go, or what specifically you're supposed to do?
That sounds about right.
Okay. So... Right.
But I mean, I've been learning stuff as we've been going along, so I think I'm on the right track.
I mean, yeah. It's certainly been an educational experience we've all had so far. What about you, Grapsy?
Well, I wanted to help Orin on his quest. You know? She looks visibly, not keen on talking about it. Sad, a little bit.
But he just kind of leans a hand on the bar and just kind of nods. You're a very good friend. To be so dedicated to this completely amorphous goal.
Daddy, I was just talking to
I've
the
been-
trifle.
We've been together for a long time.
She kind of looks out for me.
That's nice. That's good.
Minnie's gonna pull out his book and just. Honestly, I'm surprised none of you are dead yet. You've done very well. Better than I would have expected this group to have done.
That is not
You-
a compliment.
You have gotten hit more than most of us.
Well, to be fair, he keeps the rest of us from getting hit.
I've been hit a lot throughout my life. He's from a monk. You're from an isolated village. Grim, I'm not sure where you're from, but
Grim is from the. Where's Grim is from?
You think because we're from such strange places and haven't had worldly experiences that we would be inept.
not necessarily. You just probably haven't been in as many fights. That in consideration, you've done fantastic.
I mean, I've
Well,
been in a lot of fights,
In my,
but it was...
in my defense, I've been training my entire life.
Against what?
It's
Do-
not against anything. I've been training to fight.
That's my point. Fighting a dummy or hitting a wall.
You're right that
Back.
practicing and training is very different from actually being in a fight for your life while people are bleeding and dying around you and there's lizard monsters trampling in out of nowhere. It's very
But
different.
also, growing up and not training and walking into this would be very different.
Oh, sure, that would be even worse.
So it's not like I wasn't prepared.
And I knew some spells and I knew how to hold my rapier and parry and your post and. I
Put
mean,
the
yeah.
pointy end in the other guy, right?
Well, essentially, yes.
Maybe
but
your face palms.
it's really all about the footwork, with rapiers. It's less about you have to have good footwork and good balance,
I don't really use weapons much. I don't.
You do have
Don't you
good
just-
footwork though. You use
You thought you'd just stab them with the pointy end.
Yeah.
well if
sure.
you're simplifying everything. Make it sound easier than it actually is.
I just hit people with a stick, so I don't need a pointy end. It's all hittable.
Sometimes you have little balls of light that you throw at them.
Yeah, that's new though. I didn't always have that.
My point being is, I'm glad you're all still alive, and you're all improving with each fight we've been in.
Well, thank you, Mint. I am glad too.
I used to guard my home.
Yeah?
Did you?
Before.
What
Anyway, continue.
Oh,
I mean the one in the forest when we met, or before that?
Before that.
what did you guard against? Just in general or specific threat?
Well, wasn't always the same, but there were people that needed protecting.
It's a
Anyway.
good job. Good role.
Mitnir, as you're reading through your book during this conversation, you've been practicing all of these breathing techniques and the fluidity of motion, limbering up your muscles, but you seem to have mastered this technique, and you're moving on to the next stage, which is the building of inner strength, the core strength. Specifically, it wants you to carry something very heavy and run until you collapse, and then you need to take an ice bath and repeat. So that's what you just read in your book.
I pick up the table next to me.
What about the big cauldron?
No, I mean we're still at the place.
Carry
I
the
assume.
cauldron and then take a bath in the cauldron.
Then you'll make stew.
Would not recommend.
Definitely don't take a bath.
Just
in
you
that
got
cauldron.
a big old pot of stew on your back, just running around, sloshing it all over the streets.
The wild animals are
Probably
Ran
get
over
I
my
paid.
just
tongue.
wanted you to know that is your current task for the day, according to this book.
I could just see him actually running through with the cauldron full of stew, and people trying to pay him for some stew.
So you pick up the table next to you?
Yeah.
All right, so he watches Mitnir turns around and picks up a table.
He starts doing like the kind of jog in place type thing with it, like
Okay, so he picks up the table. The guy who moved to the table away from the bar, his food just like picks up his food as the table gets picked up, and just looks at you for a second, shakes his head, stands up, and walks to the next table. Doesn't say a word, just.
This is an everyday occurrence. Cool. Well, so I guess Bropsy have a little talk with the Juris and see what her plans are.
okay.
I'm sure we could find a nice place for her to stay here if she doesn't want any more adventure in her life.
Do you not want her coming with us? You're talking like
I want her to want what she wants, alright? I don't want her to feel pressured into risking her life to fight with us.
I feel like we cause its death. Like that would be terrible.
Exactly. I want her to be safe and I want her to be happy.
I
And if
want
she would not be happy with us, then I want her to be honest about that and have options.
And if she
That
does
goes for the rest
stay
of you
with
too, by the way. If
That's
any
true.
of you are like, I'm not happy with this, I don't want to do this, I don't like you people, and you just want to walk, I hope you would just be able to just tell us that, alright? Nobody has to lie here or pretend. We won't hold, I won't hold anything against anybody, right? I can't
Wherever
speak for the
you're
rest
going,
of you.
I'm following.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay, you also didn't say why. Like, what are you?
What?
A Mitnir.
Oh, right. I want to I want to be part of an epic tale that the bards tell.
Oh,
as
right. You have mentioned that before.
And honestly, my previous jobs and experiences, not really worthy of.
Did they kind of pale in comparison to riding a lizard monster, getting attacked by a goat monster, being enslaved by Grang, kicking a king off of a balcony into the swamp?
I'm not sure we should include that one. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about that.
Because if that got back to the village, then it would maybe endanger the position that we left his
But
son in.
the rest of it, yeah, fight, being a mercenary.
I really-
for this and that, and
Yeah. I really don't feel too good about kicking the king. I feel really bad about that, by the way. I've never murdered anybody in cold blood before.
That king was the worst, though.
Well, but I know, but he trusted me, and we just kicked him off the balcony. He was like, "I'll follow you to protect my life," and then we were like, "Sucker," and kicked him off.
You think if the roles were reversed, he wouldn't have done the same thing?
No,
I'd like
of
to
course
see
he
him
would
try
have.
to kick me.
I know
I mean, you would be the little grung, and he would be the big dragonborn.
He was a person who hurt other people for a
I
living.
know he was a bad person. That still doesn't make me feel like a good person for kicking him off a balcony in cold blood.
I mean, I'm not going to lose
Your
any
cold
sleep
blood or
over it.
justice?
And I was raised in a temple, so whatever that says.
I don't know. I know
Not
he
the first
deserved
time
it.
I've
It's
seen
fine.
someone split.
I mean, I slit that guy's throat on the when the caravan was attacked, and we tried to be all sneaky about it.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
I've never done that
Speaking
before.
of which, I still want to know what was in it.
This Owen just like, oh, you did.
That was dark.
Yeah, I mean, he was a bad person too. Clearly, they had killed a bunch of people. They were stealing who knows what from, and they ruined the pass, and clearly they deserve to die, but he was taking a piece, and I just slit his throat and pushed him over the edge like it was nothing. But it wasn't nothing. He was a human being, and I just did it.
Yeah, that looked real personal and intimate when that happened.
I felt his blood touch my hand when I took the knife. I mean,
Oh, God.
does that
I mean,
bother
Andrew
you,
just keeps
Temple
moving,
boy?
pushes his food away, stands up, and just fucking walks out.
What was that guy's problem?
Clearly
I don't know,
not
but there's
a
more
murderer.
stress for
Obviously,
Brittany
a
over
weak
there.
stomach.
Okay, maybe we shouldn't talk about eating people and killing people in a public space like this.
To be
This
fair, he was the only person here, and
all
I
over
forgot
the
about him. He's so damn quiet. They don't know who any of these people are anyway. Can't-
There's like a sort of higher decking that goes into the further back, and there's people at tables around those, and all of them just dead silent this whole time. They're just quietly eating their food, just like.
Yeah, maybe we should really find another
So that means everybody
living
in here can
situation
hear us.
as soon as possible. Maybe we find someone.
I don't
else to
picture
say.
Seti being very quiet unless she like.
No, I'm not.
actually-
I'm not shouting everything.
No, I think you just talk with a
If-
bardic
Seti's a loud talker.
diaphragm.
Well, she's good with vibes, right? So if it's a loud tavern and you have to, and there's lots of stuff happening, fine. But if it's a quiet breakfast area where nobody else is talking, then it would be more like, a low key kind of conversation.
No, you're all excited and you're making all kinds of shit.
Okay,
going with
maybe
the
I got a
boys'
little bit worked up about the guy whose throat I slit. All right, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that so loudly. Just
You're proud of that one, aren't you?
I didn't.
Meanwhile, Strigg is actually at the bar just going,
I'm not proud of it. I feel really. I mean, I don't know how. He was a bad guy, and I thought maybe if we could kill more of them, then we could save some people, and I don't know, get revenge for all the people
There's
they
no
killed.
reason to feel bad about it. He chose that job.
On the one
in
hand,
way or another.
I am kind of amazed that I got away with it, and it just kind of happened, and I was like, holy shit, I just did that. I didn't think I could. Even as it was happening, I didn't think I could. But also, like, oh boy, I'm the kind of person that can do that. What does that mean?
Versatile skill set.
Good travel companion.
Don't get on Seti's bad side.
I would never.
Say that out loud.
Ernie, I already told you I would never eat you.
You don't eat Ernie.
I still might.
He doesn't mean it, Ernie.
I do.
He talks
I'm
a
on
big
fence.
game, but he's actually a big softie, you know? We'll be friends before too long.
I'm on the fence about it, but you're warming up to me.
Don't worry, Ernie.
He
You'll be
understands
big enough.
nothing that you guys are saying. All he just keeps hearing is "you don't eat Ernie" coming from Grim that he understands, and then the rest of you are all looking at him and talking. So he's just going.
Also, I
It's
like
okay,
how
Ernie.
Arn
You'll be a
said-
big pig soon.
Arn said you're warming up to me and not I'm warming up to you.
Yeah, I know, got it.
Yep. Oren's not good at talking.
Well, you guys have long finished breakfast, and there are other patrons coming up from above. A lot of them look hungover, and the place is getting slightly busier. And as you guys sit in the bar, Strike's like, as much as I love your conversation, if you wanted to find another table so other people can have time at the bar, that'd be great, because right now you're not drinking. Unless you want to start drinking this early in the morning.
No, you're right. We have things to do, and you have customers to serve. Thank you for breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
Well, guys, why don't we go see about these statues?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let us tell you about some statues.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Minier almost walks out the door with the table and
Nobody was stopping you.
no, I leave it because we have that. I have like a 6-foot piece of wood in the bag of holding to pull out and put over my shoulders.
All right.
I mean, that's not going to be all that heavy, but
It is if
Maybe.
you hang on the side of it.
maybe if Seti and Brapsy sit on it. One on each side.
How heavy do you want this thing?
Like shrugs, like it just says carry something.
Yeah, it basically wants you to carry to like you're lifting, like carry like something heavy, not like just like 10
Right, no,
pounds, but like
Rocky
somewhere
Balboa
around
is
50
the-
to 100 pounds. For you, closer to 100 would be effective.
Right. So honestly, if one of them climbed on the bar, I could balance it and just like.
Perhaps he's not 100 pounds.
No.
All right.
Perhaps he's more like 50.
I climb on to like the center of the bar, like almost like, you know,
so you
riding
guys
on somebody's shoulders.
As you guys head out into the street, reach into the bag of holding, pull out a piece of a living tree, slide it across your back, and a woman climbs on top of this thing and sits on it. And as you are walking around with what I would say, including everything she's carrying, is probably an additional.
All my
200.
stuff is in my bag of holding. Does it still have the same weight?
No, the bag weighs like 15 pounds, maybe.
Okay.
It has like a set weight that it always weighs.
Okay, so
but,
it's just me and the bag of holding.
Yeah, so you probably got like 150 pounds on you then, plus the wood's probably like an extra 20. So
Yeah.
170 pounds. That's a pretty good workout. Running
Just-
around
just
170
like-
pounds.
I got arms up over the wood. She's sitting up there just like.
Seti will try to like balance on it, not like sit on her haunches, but like balance on her feet, and then
Yeah.
try to like stand up.
So as you guys travel,
Like
it's Gagnor's going to be jogging everywhere. So-
Oh, he's
I'm-
jogging.
No, I'm keeping pace with everyone, but it's like that kind of like jogging in place type of
Gotcha. But okay, never mind.
I'll have you make Constitution checks or athletics checks as you go, just to wait for you to collapse with her. on
Said
top
he's
of
just surfing on top.
Yeah, like
So
I'm
go
try-
ahead
trying
and
to keep.
give me one athletics check, and we'll just keep increasing the DC as the day goes on until I do last.
How about 27 with a nat
Holy
20?
Net 20s today.
D&D Beyond.
Jeez. Yeah, you know, you're it's nothing. He's like he's doing it and you're bouncing, but like somehow even with the bouncing, he's like shifting his shoulders, so it's not so bad of a ride up there. Like he's even taking the time to make it slightly more comfortable.
Yeah, so Seti like kind of, yeah, exactly like surfing. Like not quite standing up, but like a little bit of a crouch with like her arms out for balance.
There's kids pointing and smiling and some of the people, you're starting to recognize the people that have been watching your feats of
You got some regulars.
yeah, who are just like, oh yeah, it's the guy. Oh dude, is he doing his stuff again? Yeah, dude, he's got like a chick on his back. Oh dude, we're following him. Yes.
Seti will take out her drum and start performing Mitnir's theme song with the draconic. Yeah.
Hey, there's people following you, and some of them already have drinks in their hands and are just like following you guys around. So bear in mind, it's probably like maybe like 4 or 5 people are just at the back of your group as Mitnir is jogging in place. Every now and again, you're like, damn, keep going, man, keep going.
When I get to the chorus, I'll try to like get them in on it, like the draconic.
Yeah, maybe a performance check.
Ooh,
Or you could
26.
roll your instrument. Oh, Jesus Christ. They're fucking into this shit. They're fucking into it, and you get more people. Like it's you guys kind of have like a crowd following you as you do your errands. So where are you guys going?
To the academy.
Oh shit. So you guys go to the edge of Twilight Town, and this is like after the first hour, Mitnir, make me another check.
As we're going, Oren is gonna sort of have a pouch in his hand that's slightly open and just hold it out. People can put donations in.
20 total.
20 still going. There people are like kind of cheering now, and you've got close to about like 30 people following you. Some people don't even know what's going on. They just hear the drum, see the crowd of people following you through the streets, and start following you. And this is after your first hour of travel.
All Mitney hears is like the drum beat and just like, yeah, like workout music.
Before you get back to the gate. And once you guys get to the gate, you know, they're like, oh man, oh shit, do you have your pass? Oh fuck, I don't have my pass. I didn't know we were going anywhere. Jesus, fuck. And some of the people are just like,
we're performing tonight at the Hidden Bar Tavern, the boarding house.
And they say, oh shit, yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and drop you guys some coins. Let me get my
Be there or be square. You don't want to miss this once in a lifetime opportunity.
Take a total of 95 gold.
Holy shit.
To see.
I rolled a D100, I rolled a 95.
We're rich!
So that pouch Oren's got around
What's your
is filling up.
performing name?
Yeah, well, there's like, you got a full crowd of people, and some of them were just giving coppers, but like, the combination of all the coins adds up to...
Do I need a performing name? Like, what?
Don't miss your opportunity to see the Blue Man Group live and in person.
Blue Man Group, oh shit, I think I've heard of them. Okay. As you guys traipse out, like there's a kid that tries to walk out, and they're like, his mom's like, no. So, oh. But you guys make your way through the gate, and at the gate you see.
I will do like an acrobatic like off, like just a flip off, and like bow as we're leaving them all behind.
Roll acrobatics.
Please stumble. It'd be funny.
20.
20. Yeah, you land beautifully, and people cheer and clap for you as you leave. So that was
on the back, like yeah.
I think I'll give you so far 2 hours, Mitnir, from the time you spent reading and then the hour of doing that so far. As you guys approach, you see Cord is there, and he's you see that he's like sort of like picking at his mustache, which is like 20 feet long. So he's kind of just like twigging at it, like different parts of it, like sort of
20
twisting.
feet?
20 feet, yeah.
How big is this guy?
Probably about 3 feet tall.
With a 20-foot long mustache?
I mean, yeah, his hair's made into a giant braid.
Man, could you imagine the like complex
Like you look behind him and you see like his little office. His hair is kind of like doing stuff in the office.
There you go.
Enchanted
Like his
mustache.
His
I've
hair is
heard of
putting
such
some
things.
coffee on. He's sitting there and he's just sort of like waxing the tip of his mustache. And he goes, "Hi, welcome back."
Good to see you again. We're stepping out, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Well, you got there pass all right.
Yep.
Let me see. And as he shows you past, you'll see that there's like a dim little purple light in one of the corners. It's like a sort of like darkened purple light. It's like, just making sure. All right, where you headed?
The academy.
Oh, you don't got the butt out of here.
Well, they're expecting us.
Oh, no, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, we have an appointment.
What? Bye.
All right, have a good one.
Later.
Sure. Oh, if anybody wants to upgrade their pass, special offer.
Free?
Nope.
Is
Not
there an
special
upgrade?
enough. Which one you got?
Grim has plus ultra.
Oh, plus ultra. Very good, very good. Yeah, plus ultra 2.0 is coming out next month, so keep your eyes out.
Oh, Grim will keep eyes out.
I've got a couple of mods. If you want. This one's he just like sees one of his hairs comes out from behind, and he's like, "See right this? Ooh, check it out." And he puts a little slip in his own, and he goes, and it's a lighter. Oh, look at that! It's fire.
Well, Grim does not need fire.
Walks away.
Oh yeah, but check it out. Ready?
Steady too, just...
The color changes to different flames. Ooh.
Okay, see you later, crazy hair man.
Yeah. Bye. He goes back to fucking with shit.
That guy always trying to upsell.
Yeah, Cord likes making money. All right, so you guys head out and you start walking on the long bridge once again. This one is the main bridge, the biggest one. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it is a 5-mile bridge.
I walk a lonely bridge, the only bridge.
It is 5 miles to the academy, which is in the center, which is this very large, massive, like conglomeration of towers. You can see in the distance, even from here. It's not nearly as tall as the tree or anywhere close to even skirting the height of the tree, but even still, it looks like the spire ahead of you, like the Empire State Building on the horizon. And it seems to go below the bridge height as well, as if it serves as its main support structure, with other pillars along the way. And once again, there are street vendors along the way. There are little performer groups doing all kinds of stuff. So you got 5 miles here. If, for instance, somebody wants to be climbing on somebody's thing still for...
All right, I'll get back up.
All right, so for the next 5 miles, we'll go ahead and make those another check.
Another check. So weird having to go over to this window to roll.
Yeah.
Perhaps he would perch on it, but then it would be unbalanced.
Oh, by the way, guys.
17.
Yeah, no problem.
From the Twilight Town,
Mm-hmm.
on our way out, we made 95 gold.
Nice.
So everyone gets 19 gold. There you go.
Okay.
Wait, why did we make money on the way out of town?
What? Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Oh, you can still hear the children yelling on the bridge.
I mean, there are children running around and having a fun time in the distance as you guys begin heading down towards the bridge. You guys now have 19 gold to spend at street vendors if you want. As you are traveling along the way, this is an extra wide bridge, and there is, in fact, a full-scale bazaar after the first about 2 miles. And so it stretches out towards and away from the academy.
I can't think of anything I want, but all window shop as we're walking by.
Yeah, it's mostly, as you start making your way through, you see some fish stalls, like significantly more fish here. you see some weird looking sea life that seems to have come from the underwhelm, which you guys are now above right now. Looking out from the rest of the place, you can see behind you massive waterfalls pouring from the Nexium out and down onto this beautiful, glimmering lake below you. It is so huge and so beautiful, this massive lake. Instead of the massive dip and divide where, sure, there was water pouring out from this lake off into the divide, nothing compares to this. This is truly beautiful as you're walking across it. There seems to be like coral under the water that seems to be growing high enough to even some of it sort of like sprout out in these twisted sort of towers that sort of spiral, not all the way up to the height of the bridge, but to the point where you can at least see them sticking out of the water here or there. You see dolphins jumping in and out of the water, sea life of all kinds. And there's sort of like this aquatic feel to the market as you're making your way through. It's like a marine town. So there's lots of fish stalls and there's lots of little knickknacks all over the place, small jewelry stalls and that kind of thing, like where you can be like, "Ooh, look, it's a shark tooth necklace," that kind of thing.
See, if there's anything shiny, perhaps he will be drawn to it.
Make me an investigation check for extra shinies.
Can someone roll for me?
I rolled a 10. I don't know what your investigation is.
I can probably look, although my hands are gross.
It is +1. Nope,
Oh,
+2.
12. I mean, you find some extra shiny little beads that look like they're made out of, I don't know. I don't know if you've seen opal before. But they're sort of like, they look like opals.
How much?
I mean, I know you've seen opal. I don't know if Bropsy's seen opal. So they look like opals, but they also like have like these sort of twists and twirls inside of them of some other sort of material that's encroaching inside. And the way that it looks, that specifically that opal stone that looked like it was like a sky.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, but where it meets the ocean. And like, so they're arranged with like little sky ones that go down into little ocean ones below, as if they found a perfect enough number of these in transition.
Mm-hmm.
It's at one of the nicer looking stalls, but it's a full opal beaded necklace that's rimmed with some sort of metal. You're not sure exactly what kind, but it's a silvery color.
Excuse me. How much is this?
You think that's there, sweetie?
Yeah.
Is this little old lady with and she herself has like lots of like gaudy jewelry on her fingers, like rings the size of you know, her eyes.
Oh boy.
Which are rather large behind her bottle-sized glasses that have rhinestones on them. Oh, this piece here. Oh, that's something very sweet. I see you got your eye on it.
How much is it?
Oh, well, this one is a very special, interesting bit. Oh, yes. It comes from the underworld, said to belong to one of the princesses of steep merfolk people. But I believe it's priced at 2,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Never mind.
Well, if you have any interest, let me know. It is a magical item.
Oh? What does it do?
Well, I don't know magic.
Oren, you could use the head to find out what it does.
Can I? I'll try.
Yeah, it can. So you hold up the head, and as you move towards it, it oh gosh, I don't know what colors they are.
Just make something up.
But the colors for enchantment, I guess it's like a bluish, like pale blue color. It starts glowing as it gets next to it, and it starts mumbling.
Okay, what's it? So it actually says what the item does, or
if you pull it up to your ear, you can use it to cast the identify spell once per day.
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that.
So you hold it up to your ear and it's like, and it whispers to you that this is a magical item. It is a necklace of water breathing.
Oh, okay. So it's a necklace of water breathing, Bropsy.
Okay. Oh.
But it's specifically fine, and it is made out of. What are my brain's not
Opals?
working. Yeah, but they are water plane opals.
It is very beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know if I can spend that much, but oh, it's lovely.
Yes, but well, I'm always here.
Okay. We'll be on our way. Thank you.
Bye.
I will keep an eye out. It doesn't sound like maybe the right kind of market for this, but I'll keep an eye out for anybody selling instruments.
And it's a big market.
I feel like Oren would tell the old lady what the necklace does.
Oh, that's so fancy. It's 2,500 now.
Oh.
Well, wouldn't want you to get ripped off or anything. You gotta know
thank
what
you.
your stuff does.
Thank you so much. For you, it's still 2,000 then.
Oh.
That's very kind of you.
You on it?
Not right now, but if I ever need water breathing, I know where to come.
Okay, I don't plan on dying anytime soon.
Me either.
Okay.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Have a good day.
So it's not actually called the Necklace of Water Breathing. I will create this item if anybody buys it, but it is a special item, which I'll give a special name, custom item, that not only do you breathe underwater, but you basically have freedom of movement underwater. It's like the Mariner's breastplate, where your swim speed is not reduced.
Nice.
I want it.
So,
I look for instruments.
Okay, you look for instruments. Make me an investigation check. And while this is happening, though, make it a disadvantage unless Mitnir is on board with this.
What are you trying to do?
Because you're writing on his thing.
I'm trying to look for somebody who sells instruments.
I mean, if she's like, take a left, take a right, and that's what Mitnir's doing. I'm not
sure. Then go ahead and make
he's
it
just
straight.
like,
I only got a 13.
13? I mean, you see somebody who seems to be selling woodwinds. Specifically woodwinds, but they are made out of seashells. So not technically woodwinds, I guess. But little flutes and little ocarinas type things.
Are they...
Hey, Mitnir, I'll like try to like bump the bar in one direction or other to try to direct him.
She just leans. It's like, oh, turning.
Let's go. I want to see what this.
There are kids following you doing this.
And we get up to the stall, and I point at like a little flute, and I'm like, "How much for the flute?"
Sorry, which flute are you looking at?
Just a random seashell flute.
Mitnir starts doing
Hold
squats
up.
so she gets closer.
I was gonna ask if you got down or stayed up there.
I really can't tell you where you're looking. You can't up there, the sun's behind you.
I get down. Sorry, Mitnir, you'll have to put the hold on your exercise.
Perhaps
And
a little perch on it.
there you go. So I don't know. I'm like a flute that is pretty, but not like, I don't know how elaborate these get. I don't want something that's...
You pretty much choose your price on these. Like, he's got some that are as cheap as like a few silver, and he's got ones that are expensive as like several gold. So it just depends on what you're looking for. But he doesn't really have anything magical or anything that like that, as far as you know.
Yeah, no, just a regular flute would be fine.
Yeah.
I'll put down a gold piece and I'll say, which flute can I get for this?
Looking on down here, I've got this mother pearl.
That's pretty.
Yeah. So it's basically it's like it's white. Looks like it's made of like a sort of white, like dried coral, and it's been hollowed out. But then it's got on the sides mother of pearls inlays, just creating like this sort of like continuous swirl that sort of looks like maybe wind or waves that are sort of twisting in torrents. It's pretty.
All right, I'll take it. Thank you so much. It's lovely.
Thank you very much.
All right, and then as we set back out, and Propsy is now up on the log, Seti will play some like a jaunty flute tune.
Oh, I figure he want you back since you weigh twice as much as me.
Oh well, if it's a problem.
That's
I mean, leverage is a thing, right? Just swing it out behind, put more of the stick that way, so it's more leverage, makes it heavier.
Yeah. So he just starts shifting it around. Yeah, go ahead. If you're playing music again, make me a performance check. Playing on your flute now?
I am proficient with flutes.
Definitely going around with the pouch again.
Ooh, 26.
Once this starts happening.
The only thing that I'd be looking for, and I don't know if this would be here, like carving tools.
Carving tools? Yeah,
Like,
you can find those easy.
That's all I'm looking for. If we come
Yeah, 25 gold if you want to buy some carving tools.
She starts playing My Heart Will Go On.
Technically, it is woodworking.
No,
tools.
like workout.
Well,
music.
that's laughing, but
Something jaunty.
It's got It's got like a whittler's knife in it. It's got like a couple chisels, small wooden hammers. Like it's a full kit, so you can do pretty much any woodworking with it. Hole boring.
Right.
All that
So
stuff.
as goes by, like when so just like what the like, how much for those?
25 gold.
You're gonna just toss it out and
I'm just a regular guy. I'm not like the old guys around here. I know. We were expecting something weird to come out of my mouth. We've got a weird stretch on this bazaar, but I'm just a guy.
I'll take them. Then I'm just gonna buy a set of tools.
Yeah, thanks for your business, man.
Thank you, and then just
good luck to you.
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Man, that was a weird guy.
Yeah. So you play some really good music. People are enjoying it and sort of bobbing along. You don't get like a full crowd out here. There's lots of entertainers. And you guys are moving along and people have shopping to do. But
yeah, it's like that flute music from the Lord of the Rings, the Bilbo's party and stuff.
Okay.
Oren's definitely going around with the pouch again though to see if we can get anything.
Okay, as you're traveling. Your performance took for the 23?
She got 26.
26?
Yeah.
Oh.
Music is crisp.
Music
really
is
good
really
at the flute,
good.
guys. All I had was a drum because
You know what? I'll give you 2 sparkly dice for that. Yeah, you make 21 gold.
Nice.
But that's like for the whole distance of walking and playing. For the rest of the way to the place. Go ahead and make me another athletics check.
Oof, that was low. That was a 12.
12. As you've been doing this for like 4 hours, you finally start to and you kind of just like your endurance runs out and you just sort of like slap a knee down. And you're like, shit, I need an ice bath.
Where can I get ice around here?
I'm sure Cleary can help. We're almost at the academy, I think.
Okay. Just kind of like uses the stick as like a staff now to like pick himself back up.
well, you're going to be exhausted for this meeting we're supposed to be having. That's really important.
I mean, we don't all need to talk.
Yeah, so he's just walking with you guys now, and you make the last mile into the place, and upon getting there, you see this massive spire. What from a distance looked like a single unit was actually multiple different towers that are stacking onto each other with different design elements and different looks all around. Make me an investigation check. There are so many entrances at the base of each of these towers as they meet this massive platform, which is like a courtyard with grass growing on it. And there's students, it looks like, walking around.
Who's rolling? Just anyone or
anybody who wants to try to find the
Can I just assist somebody?
I'll try.
Oh, I could, but Grim is just playing with Ernie and walking
So do I have
along.
advantage if she's assisting?
Yep, sure.
Didn't help. 13.
13? Well, as you begin making your way around, you can't tell heads from tail where you're supposed to go. There are random alleyways between some of these towers where stairs just start ascending randomly into who knows where as it gets cut off from your view as you start to make your way around. This entire tower is probably just a mile of around is about a mile itself, and just like it's just endless towers shooting up here and there. Some of them are huge, like hundreds of feet wide. Some of them are simply like just as slender as like a small building, like just a really small building just going straight up. It's hard to tell where you should be going whatsoever with this.
Hey Grim, you maybe want to contact Cleary and see if he can, like, I don't know, come get us.
Yes, Grim can do this. Multipass. Call Cleary.
Calling Cleary.
By the way, Seti, here's 21 gold.
Hello.
Just for your music playing.
You see Cleary's like,
thank you.
I will call you back in a second.
You pooping?
He hangs up. And you guys wait a couple minutes.
Okay, I'm just giving Seti the 21 gold from the music playing.
Okay.
I think we're going to make a killing at the bar tonight, assuming they let us perform at all. I should have talked.
And then
it was too good enough.
You get a call back from Cleary.
Were you pooping, Cleary?
Ah. So what did you call for?
It doesn't matter.
We are here.
Oh, I didn't expect you guys so soon.
Sorry, we would have called ahead, but I thought maybe somebody would be at the gates that we could just tell them who we were. But we don't know how to get in. There's nobody here.
Just come get us.
Yes, there are a lot of entrances into the academy. You could take one of the main entrances, north, east, southwest, respectively. You'll find a larger opening into a tower that seems to fall back instead of. It's almost like a cross section that shoots its way back. It's a large opening. Each one of them is labeled with a different gemstone at the top. You can take one of those. Or if you really want to go looking somewhere, the tower runs on clockwork, so it rotates. But you might be able to find the University of Phoenix directly. It's usually off of a back alley. So you kind of need to just search for a back alley entrance, and then upon doing so, you go up and you're looking for a gold-colored tower with the red symbol of a phoenix.
Did any of you understand any of this?
Ask your pass.
Multipass, take us to the University of Phoenix at the Arcane Academy.
It says, did you mean to say Selindor Academy?
Selindor Academy.
Okay, I found one.
You made this item.
Okay, so
That's right. Feel your shame.
It gives you like the directional beeper kind of thing.
Okay, we're going to follow this clearly because your directions made absolutely fuck all sense.
All right, well, good luck and see you soon. I'll wait you at the gate.
Okay.
All right, so you guys start heading around, and you're moving, and this compass thing to try to direct you is really annoying. But,
Hey, listen.
Listen! Yeah, as you make your way, finally, I would say make me an investigation check with advantage, Mitnir.
Oh, not me?
No, not Mitnir, sorry.
I was like, why am I doing
Okay.
I told you guys I was tired.
Oh, that was not it. And that was... Okay, there we go. That is an advantage.
Nice.
20 was
Nice.
22.
It's a natural 20.
Okay, well, you find it real quick. So that wasn't nearly as annoying as I thought it was. You're like, oh shit, it was that back alley we passed a minute ago. So you go back to that and you begin walking up the steps. And as you move between them, you see like these sort of like windows that appear in some of these towers. And even the space within some of the smaller towers you can see into, and it's way more massive on the inside than it even shows up on the outside. Like looking into even the small towers looks like you're looking into an actual legitimate like school. So as you continue to twist your way up this massive academy, after about 10 minutes of walking up these steps, you find yourself in front of a gate with a sort of gold. It's not like it's made of gold, but it's like a golden colored tower. One of the smallest ones near the higher section of the overall structure. And as you approach, you see Cleary's at the gate, and he says, "Oh, Joy, you found it very quickly. Not bad."
Yes, because your directions were so good. That's what it was.
Oh, thank you. I tried.
Hi.
This way. Hi, City. um, inside. And he brings you guys to the opening of the gate. And as you get there, you see that there is what looks like I want to say it's similar to closer to a cardinal than anything else. Aarakocra is standing at the front gate of the door. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Aarakocra is standing there, and he's like, "And who are these, Cleary?" He says, these individuals are the ones I was telling you about. Oh yes, the statue people, the sculpture adventurers, the delvers of the Devil's Spine Pass. Welcome. Now, I can't grant you full access to the academy, but please, if you step this way, I'll lead you over to my laboratory, as it were.
And, of course. Thank you for having us. The grounds are beautiful.
Oh, yes. Well, we can't afford anything with this small tower here. Not a very big university. But we did well enough to have our own branch here. It's quite something.
It's still lovely. And we appreciate your time. And Cleary has been such a big help to us on our travels.
Oh, thank you so much for saying that. You hear that, Cleary? You were helpful. Yes. Thank you. Master Sandoval, sir. It's my pleasure to give you praise. All right. Well, if you follow me, he gestures with like his arm and his wing go out together. He's got really pretty, like almost like metallic wings on the inside.
Hey,
sort of
Cleary,
like darker red.
I need an ice bath.
Okay. Good luck with that.
No.
You need help getting an ice
bath?
Well, I do have quarters. There's a bathtub. 12 foot. Please don't ruin it. It's very nice.
Could you... I don't know how to get there. I don't want to smell for the meeting.
I will take Mitnia with me, if that's all right. No, it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Whatever works for you. Well then, shall we? And Cleary's going to take you up, and you guys are going to try to figure out an ice bath.
Apparently.
Follow him into his lavatory.
All right, so you guys walk through the grounds. It's a small academy once you get inside. Like, the tower itself looked like maybe, like, compared to everything else that's so grand and extreme around here, it kind of looks like the putt-putt version of it. But as you guys like get deeper inside, you see it's a very nice area as far as you've ever seen. Just regular cobblestone for most of the walls, but there's nice tapestries and there seems to be a spiral staircase almost immediately after entering, which Cleary takes Mitnir up. And as you do, you find yourself coming out into what looks like this just broad expanse of rooms, kind of like you're in a hotel, and Cleary leads you up past those to an even higher tier, and then finally you come out and he brings you into like what looks like the nicer area with like some indoor plants and all that kind of stuff, and brings you to his room, which is fancy as fuck. By the way, this is your first clue that Cleary is rich.
But not as rich as the other guys, apparently.
I mean, you're just kind of looking around and just like, this is way nicer than where we're staying.
If you had business with the academy, I'm sure you could arrange a room.
Right. I don't know what our plans are yet.
Oh, well, working for the academy has its own merits, and you have to get in, of course. There's exams and there's tuition, that sort of thing. But
kind of I'll try and while preparing a bath.
I could definitely give you a letter of recommendation. I vouch for all of you and arcane prowess, and
I don't think I have that.
oh well, you shoot all those lightnings, zippies. Seems very magical.
I mean, it comes from within. I'm not really sure if that makes it magical.
Anyway, so downstairs, you guys make your way out through an outdoor courtyard that seems to have come up out of nowhere, where there's classrooms all around through these archways in different areas, and the sky above is sort of like a red sky, and it sort of has this like nice like burning tent, like it's trying really hard to be the Phoenix Academy, University of Phoenix. And so it's sort of like this bright burning thing, and there is a statue of a phoenix in the center of the courtyard that's sending off water in multiple directions, and it's kind of got this sort of like dusk feel all around. And he leads you sort of down and around the statue in the middle of this fountain, and then he leads you off into one of the back corners, and then up a little spiral staircase, and then into this small office that he opens up, and then you realize it's a lot bigger than it should be. Inside there, you see that he has lots of little experiments going on. He has little chips and pieces of artifacts here and there. He's got like test tubes and baubles all over the place, books surrounding. He's like, sorry about the clutter. Oh. Let's see those very special sculptures, shall we?
Of course. Just looking to Propsy. I think they're in her bag of holding.
I will pull them out.
Okay, so as you pull them out, he goes, oh my. This is quite beautiful. Intriguing.
Clary, I'm sure Clary has already told you. We've ascertained a bit of what they do, and we've been told that they're of Fae make. There were...
Oh, yes. Yes. I was always not quite sure if they really existed, but I do believe these are Valhaldrons.
Have I heard that name before? I think I have. Is that the name of the creator?
That's the name of the creator, the artist.
Yes, that is the information that I got.
Well, that surely makes these one of a kind. I would need time to truly study it to determine which one of his pieces it is, but they are clearly masterpieces. These are not something that are simply hidden away for no reason.
Right, it's.
I would like some time to truly study them, of course, if that's all right with you.
Of course, and I think we all understand the terms of the arrangement that we made with Cleary on behalf of the university in this academic endeavor. We.
I thank you kindly for understanding.
We are happy to loan them out for study for the time being.
Of course.
And,
you have a direct line of communication with Cleary, I assume?
Yes, we do.
Good. Well, just let him know if you need them and try to give us at least a few days advance warning, and we will be sure to return them to your person as quickly as possible. In the meantime, I would like to very much study these and find out quite a bit more about them. Valhalla, you see, is a piece of legend.
Yes, I'm quite interested in learning more myself. I heard the name. We weren't able to learn much more.
Oh, well, from what I know, he's a Fae, Archfey, from the deepest parts of the Feywild originally, but I believe past that he did a lot of travel into some very different planes of existence. He met people, creatures, entities from all walks of life, and upon doing so, he seemed to have tapped into some special sort of magic and arcana. He was the first, and possibly only to my knowledge, to perfect the art of arcane sculpting.
Hmm. Yes, so obviously we found these on the Devil's Spine Trail, where the other more famous, but not famous, but better known sculptures were appearing along the path.
Yes, the art department is quite fond of those sculptures. I believe Cleary was doing a dissertation on them.
Yes.
But the thing is, none of us realized that they were hiding anything beneath or behind.
Of course, it's such a shame we weren't able to explore further, given the fate the pass came to. I would be very curious to see what else was out there someday, and I believe my memory is fuzzy. It's been so long and so much else has happened, but the statues on the pass were made by someone else, not the maker of these statues.
Well, they are also of an arcane nature, and they're not signed, so I'm not quite sure who sculpted the statues along the path. But it's quite obvious whoever put them there did so with intent. I believe that the statue that hid this particular one was of similar design, wasn't it? A copycat, perhaps?
I believe so. So whoever made the bigger on the past statues knew about the smaller ones that were hiding there.
It would stand to reason. The main question as to why is another matter entirely.
Yeah, it does seem a strange, were they hidden for safekeeping? Why there? For how long? Were they hidden for some other purpose? And if so, what? There's quite a few questions still to be answered about this place and these things.
Very much so. Well, there is a particular statue. I need to look at my resources. The very center, I believe it's the 10th, the 9th statue, as it's called, even though it is on truly the center of the path between many of the others. It always gave me cause for question. But I don't remember where it is in my notes, so it might take some time before I'm able to bring that information to you, but I'll let you know what I can find.
We would all very much appreciate that, as having been through all this, we are quite invested in learning more about all this, and should the university ever care to send another team out there to excavate and look for the remaining statues, if they're still in place, if they even exist, I think we would very much be interested in joining or taking on that task ourselves.
Sorry, I was going through my notes. What?
Sunny just said basically that if the university ever wanted to send anybody out there to continue the excavation exploration.
Yes, of course. We might send some of our own people. Mind they're not very aggressive in their arcane arts. So I suppose we could hire out, should you prove yourself.
If you needed to round out the explorers with hardy warriors of different pursuits.
Well, you've obviously proven yourself.
All these statues were quite guarded.
There was quite a lot of combat. I'm sure Cleary has already relayed the circumstances of the recoveries.
Indeed he has. And I will say that we wouldn't have even known these existed without you, so yes, I suppose you could be our first to hire. That said, be a bit difficult considering leaving Selindor and all that, where it's as much easier for us to send our messages back and forth. We only have access to the one teleportation circle that leads out to another one of our sister branches. It's quite some ways from the pass.
Of course, travel through the swamp is obviously a major hurdle. I hope we ourselves will be able to overcome that one day.
Yes, if you ever manage to find yourself becoming truly friendly with one of the 4 districts, I know their houses have some means of teleporting not only outside of Selindor, but to direct locations and back. So, should that be the case,
It would
I would
certainly
very
be
much like to know
very
that
convenient.
you're capable of that, because I am more than happy to hire you out of, if nothing else, the convenience of your accessibility to the outside.
Excellent. I think we will be sure to let you know as soon as that path becomes available to us. And we look forward to hearing what you can discover from your studies of these magnificent works of art.
Indeed. Well, thank you for bringing this here. You're free to leave now.
Thank you for looking out for Cleary.
Oh, of course. He is a very valuable asset to the university.
I can see that. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure to meet you and to see your lovely school that I've heard so much about. And
well, this isn't the full school. It's merely our branch within Selindor.
I can only imagine. The mind boggles to imagine the glory of the actual school if this is but one of your outlying branches. It is quite lovely. We have taken up too much of your time. We look forward to hearing from you. You will hear from us if we need these back. Take care.
You as well.
Repsy whispers to Arn for them to go on without me.
Okay, I got you.
So as you guys step out, you see he immediately goes to tinkering with the statues.
Orin will usher everyone out except Propsy.
If you pardon,
Oh, hello.
I'm sorry. May I ask you something of a more personal nature?
Sort of ruffles his feathers. Sure.
I'm sorry. I don't even know where to begin. I haven't seen another of my kind in so long.
Oh, really? Well, that's quite sad. I'm so sorry to hear that.
I wound up here some long time ago of methods that I don't fully understand.
He sort of gets close to you and like looks at you, and you see he's got like, I mean, he's like this fine robe. And he looks like a professor of some kind, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's still like this very brightly colored, beautiful Cardinal Aarakocra. But as he leans down close to you and is sort of like adjusts his little glasses on the end of it, he's like, "Oh dear, you are quite the ancestral one, aren't you? You came straight from the plane."
Yes.
From the true home of the Aarakocra.
Yes.
I can feel the winds on you.
Do you know how I could get back?
Well, it's hard to say for sure how you could get back home. The plane of air where we hail from is a mysterious, but also tremendous place. If you consider the size and the breadth of the material plane, the plane of air is just as expansive, but we were not one for our landmarks, were we? It is difficult, perhaps, to get you back to where your home was within. But getting back to the plane of air is not quite that difficult a task.
Oh.
For instance, I would probably go speak to those floating isles, specifically the Sentinel in the sky.
Sorry, I didn't hear over the clanking.
I'll give you the actual names of the places.
Okay. Dude, I'm like tearing up in this.
Sorry, the Drifting Isles,
Uh-huh.
Which you've seen. There's the floating island in the sky.
Ah.
Right. The floating citadel of Avonfell.
Oh.
It's the largest of the 4 islands that drift around Selindor proper. Your wings may not be strong enough to carry you all the way there, but I'm sure, should you find the means, they would welcome you, as that place is full of our kind.
Oh. That's incredible.
It's so nice to see. I'm just glad that you've found us, I suppose.
Thank you so much. You don't understand what this means to me.
Well, I wasn't expecting such a good moment to come from today. Oh God, I wish I had a refreshment. I do have quite a bit of studying to do, but
oh yes, I'll let you do your work.
Very well. It's very nice to meet you. Your name?
Propsy.
Propsy. I'll remember it. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. And I take my leave.
Turns and goes back to studying his statues. Okay, well, with that moment, now that everybody's gone, do breaks on their own. Let's go ahead and take a break.
Ditto crying.
with Mitnir just taking a bath in ice water upstairs. Just the camera just like pans over. It's like we have this touching scene, and then Mitnir just in the pool, and then
I just picture him like sucking some water in, spitting it out. Spitting it out.
This is the nicest tub you've ever been in.
He just sinks down into it, just like, this feels
Hold up. I feel like there should be a check to see if he scratches it up.
Oh, yeah.
Gentle?
But you're a big, scaly clawed boy.
Baby muted.
I'm just saying, if it's a very expensive tub, then maybe it's more resilient to Dragonborn scales.
Just go ahead and make me a dexterity check.
Dexterity. That's saves, so just dexterity. 12.
I think I'll scratch it up. Okay, let's take our break.
Back in 5 chat. Thanks for hanging out.
Anyways, Mitnir, you finish your bath. As the ice gets melted.
We'll take another bath.
It's so in the book.
And so the time you spend in the bath plus the walking time, go ahead and add an additional 2 hours.
So what's that for the day so far?
6 or 8.
Pretty sure
I think it's 6.
That's 6. What I just want to make sure we're on same numbers. That's all.
I think it's 6. All right.
47.
So you guys leave the academy.
I mean, as we step out of our meeting, can we try to go see Cleary before we leave? Is Mitnir
Well, I
still
figure
soaking?
you guys are waiting for Mitnir to finish his bath, so yeah.
No, we just leave. Who needs a Mitnir?
Yeah, as we step out of the room, just like they're gone, and
yeah, Mitnir's not staying in the room to watch Mitnir bathe. He goes back down.
So Cleary's there?
Yeah, Cleary's there, like at the base of the steps, sort of waiting for you guys to finish your meeting.
Oh, okay, so we walk out. Hey, I think that went pretty well.
Oh, did it? Oh, that's good. That's good.
Where's Mitnir?
He's taking an ice bath.
Oh. He's been working out a lot lately. He carried a big log this whole way here, and I was sitting on top of it, and I played some music and did a performance, and we made some money. We're going to be performing at the what did I tell them? I told people we would be performing tonight at the Hidden boarding house. I don't know. I don't have permission for that. It just seemed like a really good idea. But if you could get away and you wanted to see whatever the hell we do, that's happening.
You're not going to make Grim perform, are you?
Do you have any talents that people would pay money to see?
They grow mushrooms? Do they want to watch me grow mushrooms? It's very slow.
Yeah, probably not. There was a saying about watching the grass grow.
Well, mushrooms grow faster than grass.
I don't believe that I'll have time this evening. But I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Is it okay if we hang out for a bit while we wait for Midnir? Do you have somewhere to be?
Not immediately.
You want to show us the grounds, or?
Well, I can't show you much. Just the courtyard and my room. If you want to see my room, in the bath.
Sure. Well, we can.
Cleary wants to show you his room, Seti.
Grim's been weird all day. I'd love to see where you're staying. I mean, we can skip the bath part of it, and I assume it's private, so we can hang out in a different room.
No, it's not really. It's a very nice room, but I like to have the bath by the window, and the only window was where the bed used to be, so I moved the bed out of the way of that. So,
do you have a nice view?
Yes, from the bath.
There's also
Midnir, it's a very nice view. It's like looking out over all of Selindor.
That sounds very relaxing. That's awesome. I had a great view from my room back home. I kind of took it for granted most days, but
you're more than welcome to come back and relax if you want. I've got some snacks, just things made from potatoes, fried in oil.
Fried potatoes. Sure, sounds interesting.
Yeah, they got bits of salt and spices.
What kind of oil do you use?
I'm not sure. I'm not the one who makes them.
Well, then I guess I will. Just to be safe, Ernie will not eat them in case they are made with animal fat.
Sure.
Ernie should not eat animals.
Ernie is a new addition to the group. Grim won him in a pig catching contest.
Oh, I didn't even notice that pig. It's so quiet.
Yes, he's a good boy.
Grim's trying to fatten him up and use him to find the mushrooms.
Well, that's interesting. Up here, a few floors. So he leads you up to his room, and you see Midnir's just in the bath.
Hey, Midnir.
Hey, how did the meeting go?
It went well. They're going to study the statues, and we're supposed to let them know if we want them back, so they can have time to, wrap up their studies. And he'll tell us anything he learns that's interesting. And I told them, clearly, that if the university ever wants to send people out to try to fetch...
Question, did you guys wait for Bropsy to come out, or is Bropsy now coming out and seeing nobody around?
Oh, no, we would have waited for Bropsy to rejoin us.
Okay, so you're with them too, Bropsy. Just...
Okay, good.
Anyway, if the university ever wants to send people to go fetch more statues or go back to the scene, I told them that we would very much like that job. I hope, I know it's too late now, but is that okay with everybody? Are we on the same page with that? Because I would love to go back and maybe find out more about what happened. I don't want to drag anybody else into a traumatic history or something that just completely bores them.
We go back to that place? Okay.
We're
going.
Fun getting the statues. I wouldn't mind getting the others.
Okay.
I want to find that ship.
Yeah, I want to
find
that ship.
I personally, though I did enjoy it, it was not that fun for me, but I'm much more powerful now than I was.
You've learned so much since we met you, Cleary. You've come so far. I'm very proud of you.
You are much better at shooting shiny balls at things now.
And your prestidigitation, it's come so far. You've gotten so good.
I actually enrolled in a combat magics class.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yes. So hopefully I'll be provided. Well, depending on my performance, they'll give me some higher tier combat magic spells.
Will you be able to use your new fancy multipass to be able to take your classes by ley line?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, then you can just come with us and take classes while you are there.
Remote
Oh
learning?
no! Unfortunately, I need to stay on the grounds because I have other important things to do as well. Also, practical examinations are coming up, and though I can take classes online at the University of Phoenix, it's better to do it in person, I find.
Well, you have some real life experience with combat now, so that should help with your class.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do quite well. I've killed some baddies.
You did great in that fight with the trees. Ugh, that was awful.
Does killing trees make us fighters?
It doesn't sound as impressive when I tell people that my first combat experience was against trees. But
they were big evil trees that were going to eat us.
Well, yes, I tried to explain that, but some of my other classmates said, "Are you sure you didn't just freak out and shoot a tree?" And I said, "No, I was with adventurers, and they were also fighting."
Who are these classmates? Take me to them. I will set the story straight. I will write a song about it, and I will perform it all over the town, and everybody will know that they were
perfectly
bad
all right.
evil trees.
I don't to think that I have somebody fighting my battles for me. I can take care of myself.
That's fair. That's fine. And you know what? Some people are just going to be jerks because they're jerks.
Hey, we were part of that fight too.
Yes, you were the main part of the fight. I barely helped.
It was a group effort.
Speaking
So
though,
if they don't believe you, that means they won't believe us.
Oh well, you know.
Clear, I don't know if you have a friend here or something, or maybe some kind of resource here. I'm curious to find out what might have happened to Buddy after he saved our lives again in the mist. I was wondering if there might be a way to sort of divine, some kind of divination magic.
Divination. There are schools of divination at Selindor Academy. I know this particular off branch of our academy is limited to the histories and arts and the mingling of magic in them. That's sort of the focus of our branch here. The full school of the University of Phoenix, a plethora of schools of magic, of course. It's all over the place. But here we study on a main focus of the more sort of thing. I'm actually taking, as part of my class with another off-branch shoot, the Aether Master's Order. That's what I'm taking, my combat magic.
Why does that sound familiar?
I no idea, but it's apparently it's a place that only exists within Selindor, strangely.
Interesting.
Hey, Steady, didn't we have something else to talk about while we were here?
I forget.
And yet somehow it's still an off branch. I'm still confused about how it's an off branch of a school that is exclusively found in Selindor.
All right, what else are we supposed to talk about? I forgot.
It's about the goat monster.
Oh, well, right. I mean, we already kind of asked Cleary about the goat monster.
Yeah, wasn't he doing some damn low research?
Not really, because people don't really know, but Cleary, you know to tell us if you happen to learn anything about the goat monster.
Yes, I haven't found anything out as of yet.
Yeah, I figured it's only been a day.
I've tried looking up images of the creature. There are certain monsters that slightly resemble it, but nothing to its
exact
sort of magnificence. It's beautiful. Its brilliance. So I'm trying to discern that. So far, in the bestiaries that I've looked through, nothing. So I'm thinking of moving on to other recounts from older times, and or different planar beings.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah. And I'm sorry if we're like asking too much of you. I don't want, just because you have like this amazing resource at your disposal, I don't want to feel like we're abusing it.
Knowledge is a resource that is there to be abused.
Well, fair enough.
Not in the. I mean, it's meant to be used, I should say.
Yeah.
If knowledge isn't being used, if it isn't being pursued, what's the point, right?
Yeah, and exactly. Thank you for understanding.
It's like those gold coins you also like so much. If too many people just keep them and don't use them, then what good are they?
Yes.
Exactly.
Well, anyways, I'll let you know if I find anything out. In fact, every single day. Again, nothing so far.
We appreciate that, and likewise, we'll let you know. I did buy this very expensive bag that should keep the book hidden, while anything in it should maybe not be able to be detected or located.
Oh, that's quite an useful item.
Yeah, so I mean, if you have anything you want to keep secret from prying eyes, let me know. There's plenty of room in the bag, but right now it's just for the book.
Currently, I'm fine. I might like to hide some of my very prized art pieces, but that's not here and there for now.
Yeah, your rooms are lovely, by the way. This is amazing.
Oh yes, it's very nice. Yeah, I mean, you look around the room; it's just really nice. I don't know how else to describe it. I mean, there's like fine linens and drapes, and he's got like an armoire.
We've been thinking, well, just this morning, I thought maybe we should find a more permanent residence than a tavern, because that could become a really big money sink if we're here long enough. So I might ask about the real estate options in Twilight Town when we get back.
Mitnir gets out of the tub and like just looking out the windows, like, we just need a place with a view like this.
Those are slightly more difficult to come by.
Yeah. But hey, maybe we could get a painting or something that looks like a painting of this.
To help you know, this is 500 gold a month is the rent on this place.
Or just, a tree and some dirt. I told you before, it's not that hard.
Or we could get a spot that overlooks the gorge, the deep ravine.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be gorgeous. Oh,
Grim, you made a joke.
I'm so funny.
How long has he been holding that one?
It just came to the top of my head.
Oh, wow, I didn't know you had it in you.
Grim is funny. Sometimes Grim's jokes, the people don't laugh because they have to do with mushrooms, but, Grim thinks they're funny.
Oh, there was the fun guy one the other day.
Well, they are fun guy.
So yeah,
guess we should probably head back.
Yeah, it's a bit of a walk, and I know, Claire, you have things to do. We don't want to impose. Thank you for the snacks too; they're really good. I could eat these.
Yeah, they're just French fries.
Oh, they're not potato chips.
You know, they could use some truffle aioli. They have it at the tavern. It's so good.
We'll ask them to fry some potatoes there.
No, I think we talked about potatoes. They mostly do pigs, which is not really my thing.
Well, goodbye. Nice to meet you, Ernie. And I will see you next time.
You're going to walk us to the gate, right?
Oh, yes. I think I have to. It's supposed to be a escort this whole time.
You hear that, Ernie? You met a new friend today.
What was that, Propsy?
Do you know how I would go about getting to the floating islands, the Citadel?
I don't know. I could try looking into it for you. I'm sure that there are some teleportation circles between somewhere in the Nexium there. I have heard that it is difficult to fly there.
Yeah, that's what he made it sound like.
I'm not sure why exactly, but I'll let you know. I'll try to research and inquire about it, and I'll send you any information that I get.
Okay, thank you.
All right, well. So much studying to do. Well, then he escorts you guys down and out of the building and says, well...
To the bridge, or the gate.
Good luck to you all.
And you? Have fun in your combat class?
Oh, yes, very much so.
We'll see you around, Cleary. Thanks again for all your help.
It's my pleasure.
Show those rookies how it's done, Cleary.
I will beat them.
I know you will.
Okay, well. So long then.
Take care.
Till next time. Turns around awkwardly and struts away. And you guys are back on the bridge.
Well,
all right.
That's done.
I guess start the long walk home.
Yeah, it's still like another 3 hours to get back home.
Oh my gosh.
They'll be over by the time we get there.
Yeah, well. This is what happens in Selindor. It's fucking huge.
Ernie, I cannot wait until you are big enough to ride.
Well, tomorrow should be a good day. Your gifts should be ready by then.
Oh. Yeah, so when we get back, do you need to go to help the blacksmith with your project? Or what are everyone's plans for the evening?
I do have to go to the smith for a little bit and help him with something, but not for the whole night. Okay. I should be back in time for the performance.
Picks up the book, chapter 3.
You're a slow reader.
So, hey,
They're big chapters, okay?
Well, so you might be doing chapter 3 on stage.
Why? No, currently you're still on chapter 2 because you gotta do it more than once. So he's still doing chapter 2.
Are you up for more of whatever the book? Are you up for more of that tonight?
You gotta carry something heavy on the way back.
I did promise that there would be a performance, and people are going to be really mad if there isn't one. I'm going to have to convince the bar to let us do it.
I need to work on what's in the book. I don't know that I have time to perform.
But no, it's just the same thing. You just do what's in the book, and then I'll play some music, and maybe Oren could like shoot some light and do like a light show or something. I don't know. Does anybody else play an instrument, by the way?
Why would anybody watch that?
People love it.
Become a circus.
Have you not noticed that all the people following us around in the street today?
I've been busy training.
All right. Well, you had a whole bunch of people following you, and I was playing music, and they were singing your song with me in Draconic, and
I thought that was all just in my head.
No, it was right behind you, and they gave money. We got a bit of money from that.
Did he have an Eye of the Tiger montage while working out?
So I thought, well, why not? There's all these people here that are sad that they can't follow us into this part of town. Why don't we just perform for them at the pub tonight and make some more money? Because they'll be drunk.
As long as I get to work out, sure.
Yeah, so you just work out, and I'll take care of the show, I guess.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I could probably help with some lighting and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody else plays an instrument, we could vibe together, and because I have a flute and a drum, and I'll probably stick with the drum because the rhythm is important. But adding depth.
Maybe Ernie will have maybe Ernie can dance for them. Do you want to dance, Ernie? Ernie is feeling shy. I'm not sure what that means. Grim speaks 2 pigs, but Grim does not understand pig. I am sorry.
All right. Well, I guess I guess that's what we're doing when we get back. I thought maybe we could go to the Twilight Reserve as well today, but we probably don't have time.
I mean, that'll be a tomorrow thing.
We might if we run the whole way.
I don't think I can run for like an hour and a half.
Aren't you going to just be on?
We don't know how long
anyway?
we're going to be with the Twilight Reserve, and we got a performance to get ready for.
Yeah, I don't want to let people down because then they might be mad at us and never give us money again. There could be a riot at the bar. I don't know how much they love you.
Oh, would this be like break the jail?
What is that?
We don't want them to break the jail.
Oh, you mean when they broke
bar.
the jail? I thought that was like a game. Hey, everybody play break the jail. No,
Well,
that's not a thing.
That was a riot, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a riot. Who did that? It's been so long. It feels like it's been so long.
Yeah, finally someone else yawned instead of me.
I yawn all the time. Grim is always yawning.
All right. So, are you guys running back?
No.
No.
All right. Well, it'll take a couple hours then. And Mitnir, you're carrying somebody on your...
Sure. Yeah, I'll pull back
give me
out.
a couple strength. Or athletics, sorry.
Athletics. Boom. Oof. I'm getting tired. It's a 12 or 13.
That's fine, because you're starting a new one. It's going to lower DC.
And you did already take an ice bath. You're reinvigorated.
So you're good for the first hour of travel. Give me another one for the second.
14.
You're getting tired, but you're barely holding on.
Ay.
Hey, fuck off. And then for the last hour, as you guys make your way into town, and before you hit Twilight Town, like you see that the sun is actually getting low. Like it's actually getting towards late afternoon.
I'm reinvigorated. 26.
Yeah, you just push through and make your way through. And as you guys re-enter the town and you actually get a little bit of a line of people just following you back to the tavern.
Oh, we know what time it is.
When you guys get there, you see the tavern is packed.
Wow.
Oh, hold on.
So the whole way back, I'm like, while people are following us, I'm like, that's right, the Blue Man Group performing tonight at the Boar's Head boarding house. You don't want to miss it.
As you guys start like heading like through, and I'm sure Mitnir goes to take his ice bath. You guys go past Hicks, and Hicks is like, "Dear God, I just heard you calling for who the fuck are the Blue Man Group? I have hundreds of people here, and I have no fucking idea who that is. And apparently they're performing tonight. I had Gary lined up. Gary's shit performing.
I'm so sorry.
You guys heard him last night. He's fucking terrible.
Hicks, I'm so sorry. I didn't have time to tell you, but all these people started following us around town because they thought we were fun to watch. So I told them we'd be performing here tonight, and I didn't know they'd be here already. I thought I'd have time to talk to you about it, but we are the Blue Man Group.
Tell me before you tell everyone else.
I'm sorry. It was impulsive, and I saw a good money-making opportunity for you and me. And
no, it's fucking great. Wonderful. Good job. Next time, just tell me.
Of course. Sorry.
Also, you're gonna have to be the one to break it to Gary.
All right.
I didn't tell him they weren't here for him.
Oh.
Maybe you'll just paint him blue. He'll be part of the group.
He's gonna try to tell jokes.
Yeah, we
you heard him. He's shit. He's just. Most of the people come and they laugh because of how bad he is.
We don't want him up on stage.
You know, here's the deal. You have him introduce us.
Oh, a warm-up act. Well, I don't think we can thin... And he just like turns and he says, "First round of drinks is on the house!" And everybody starts cheering. Oh, we've got him locked in now.
I will go find Gary and put on my most charming...
Yeah, and as you guys go to get dressed or do whatever you're doing, you hear him say, Strike, the bad beer. Yeah, the spoiled one.
Oren has some ideas for the performance.
Okay, well, in that case, as you guys get prepared and you get all your shit together, we're gonna go ahead and end our session there, so we can start with a well-prepared performance next week.
Fair enough.
And Grim will think about if he has any talents.